Hello dear students. So today we are going to discuss limit gauges and concept behind the design of limit gauges. So let's start. So first we will discuss that what is limit gauge. So as we know that in the mass production, components are manufactured with the tolerance limits as we have discussed in the previous lecture. And this tolerance is provided by the designer to facilitate the interchangeability. And I have already discussed interchangeability in my previous lectures. So what the measuring instrument do? Measuring instrument are used to measure the actual dimension and it is compared with a standard specified dimension. But now we are going to talk about limit gauges. So limit gauges are what? Limit gauges are the gauges used to check the compliance of the limits of the part with the permissive tolerance limits instead of measuring the actual size. So limit gauges are what beta? Limit gauges आपका ये check करती है whether your component is within the limits, that is the lower limit and the upper limit or not. It will not tell you the dimension of the component. It will not show you any dimension, numerical value. It only tells you that whether it is in the limits or not. So the limit gauges signifies the use of gauges for checking the limits of component, as I have already told you. Next, the limit gauges are what? The limit gauges requires to check the dimension of the component with reference to two sizes, confirming the maximum and the minimum size. So each component is having two limits, that is the minimum limit and the maximum limit, and each component has to be made in between these two limits. So there are two part of limit gauges. First one is go and second one is not go. We will discuss in detail that what is go gauge and what is no go gauge. Now the next topic is classification of gauges. So we have three types of classification of gauges. First one is according to their type. First one is the standard gauge and second one is the limit gauge. So what is standard gauge? Standard gauge is the go gauge which is designed according to the exact model of the mating member whose dimension is to be checked. For example, in this diagram it is shown that there is a bush which is having the hole of 50 diameter, and this is the mating part which is to be inserted with this. This is the bearing. So there will be a interference fit. So this mating part will be equal to the standard gauge. So this mating of the part is checked by the standard gauge. So standard gauge is what? Standard gauge is the exact model of the part which is to be met with the bush. So it is the ideal condition. It is the ideal condition because each gauge or each member has to be provided with a tolerance. So it is not possible that this mating part is equal to that standard gauge. So this one is the ideal one. Next is limit gauge. Limit gauge is what? Limit gauge is the gauge that will check that whether your component is within the limits or not. Next is according to the purpose. So there are three types of gauges according to the purpose. First one is the workshop gauge, second one is the inspection gauge, and third one is the reference or master gauge. Workshop gauges are the gauges which are used by the worker on the shop floor during the manufacturing process. Inspection gauges are what? Inspection gauges are the gauges that are used to check the component during the inspection of the product. And what is a reference gauge or master gauge? Master gauge or reference gauge is the gauge that is used to check the accuracy of workshop gauge and the inspection gauge. Third one is according to the form of tested surface. So if we want to check the hole, we need plug gauge for checking holes, and if we want to check shaft, then we need snap gauge and the ring gauge. So in this way the gauges are classified. Next, how we will design our gauges. So Taylor is the scientist which has given the concept of designing limit gauges, and that principle is called as Taylor principle of gauge design. So according to Taylor principle of gauge design, first point is the go part. Go part of limit gauge is designed to check the maximum material condition. It means this go part is designed to check maximum material condition, and I have already told you in the previous lecture that what is the maximum material condition. For the hole it is the lower limit of hole, and for the shaft it is the higher limit of shaft. So go gauge is designed to check the lower limit of the hole and the upper limit of the shaft. Second point, it should check as many related dimension, form, size, location, position as possible. It means it will check that whether it is hole and whether it is shaft. I have already told you in the classification part, plug gauge is used to check the hole, and snap gauge or ring gauge is used to check the shaft. And third point is not go, or we called it as no go. Not go or no go gauge is designed to check minimum material condition. Minimum material condition, I have already told you in the previous lecture that minimum material condition is the higher limit of the hole, that is the upper limit of the hole, and the lower limit of the shaft. And the fourth point is it should check only one dimension at a time. Limit gauge can check only one dimension. Either it will check the lower limit of hole or the upper limit of the hole at one time. It cannot check both the limits at the same time. So this is our Taylor principle of gauge design. This is the diagram which represents the Taylor principle of gauge design. So this is the checking of the hole with the help of plug gauge, and this is the checking of the shaft with the help of snap gauge. So this is the lower limit of the hole, this is the lower limit of the hole, and this is the higher limit of the hole or the upper limit of the hole. And I have already told you in the Taylor principle that the go end of the limit gauge is designed at the lower limit of the hole, that is the maximum material condition for the hole. So it will check the lower limit of the hole. And this not go or no go will check the upper limit of the hole or the higher limit of the hole. Now there are three conditions according to which the hole can be designed. For example, if we take a dimension that hole is made in between these two limits, here the hole is designed in between these two limits. So go part will enter into that hole. It is true because the hole is designed above the lower limit and below the upper limit. So go part can enter into the hole, and no go part will not enter into the hole because it is smaller than the upper limit of the hole. So in this case, our hole is accepted. Our hole is accepted. It means we accept the hole whenever it will design from the lower limit to the upper limit. Okay. Next condition is if the hole is designed below this lower limit of the hole. Let us suppose the hole is designed at this limit. This limit. So at this limit, below the lower limit of the hole, go part of the limit gauge cannot enter into the hole. Cannot enter into the hole. And no go part will also not get entered into the hole. So in that case, you have extra material in the manufacturing process of hole, that we can remove this extra material and we can reach it up to lower limit of the hole to the upper limit of the hole. So this is the condition of rework. This is the condition of rework when the hole is designed below the lower limit of the hole. So we can correct it, and after doing the correction we can accept it. And the third part is the rejection part, when the hole get rejected. So whenever the hole is designed above the upper limit of the hole, so no go part will get entered into the hole because it is designed above the upper limit of the hole, and go part also enter into the hole. So when both the part enter into the hole, then our hole is completely rejected. So this is how the Taylor principle helps in the gauge design. And this is about the snap gauge. Snap gauge is the gauge that is used to check shaft, or it is the ring gauge that is used to check the shaft. So this is the snap gauge. So go end of the snap gauge will check the upper limit of the shaft, and no go gauge of the shaft will check the lower limit of the shaft. Whenever the shaft, whenever the shaft is manufactured in between these two limits, your shaft is accepted. Your shaft is accepted. But when the shaft is designed below the lower limit of the shaft, it will reject it, because go part will enter into the shaft and no go part also get entered into the shaft. So it will get rejected when it is designed below the lower limit of the shaft. When the shaft is designed above the upper limit of the shaft, then we have extra material that we can remove that material and we can bring that shaft into its limits, that is the upper limit and the lower limit. In that case, when the shaft is designed above the upper limit, then the shaft falls under the category of rework. Okay, so this is how we can do the rejection, rework, and acceptance in the case of hole and shaft with the help of limit gauges. Now, as we know that the gauge is also manufactured by the manufacturing process, as I have already told you in the limits, fits, and tolerance lecture, that each part is have given some tolerances due to the variation that is provided by the man, machinery, material. So same condition are there, because gauges are manufactured. So man is there, machinery is there, and material is there. So we will provide the tolerance on the gauges. And what type of tolerance are produced given on the gauges? We provide tolerance, gauge tolerance. We provide gauge tolerance. And what is gauge tolerance? Gauge tolerance is equals to the 10% of the work tolerance. It is equal to the 10% of the work tolerance. Let us suppose our work tolerance is 0.04. So what will be the gauge tolerance in this? Gauge tolerance will be 10% of 0.04. It will be 0.004. And it will provide it on both the ends, that is go end and no go end, because both the ends are manufactured. So this is gauge tolerance. Next is wear allowance. Wear allowance, first of all we will discuss that why wear allowance is provided. बेटा जब हमारा होल चेक होता है या कोई शाफ्ट चेक होता है, लोगो विल नॉट एंटर इनटू द होल और शाफ्ट, वो आपकी एंटर नहीं होती है, लोगो पार्ट जो होगा आपका एंटर नहीं होता है. सो देयर विल बी no wear on the, so logo part will not enter into the hole or shaft, so there will be no chances of wear. जब आपका वो एंटर हो ही नहीं रहा तो उसमें wear का कोई चांस नहीं है. But go part will enter into the hole and shaft while the checking process. So in that case there is a chances of wear of the go part. So we have to take some prevention for removal of that wear. So what we will do, the no go gauge are really engaged with the work, therefore does not undergo any wear and need not to provide any allowance for wear in case of no go gauge. I have already told you. But go gauge will enter into the shaft or hole, and that's why wear takes place. So in that case we will provide the wear allowance. For the go end we will provide the wear allowance. And wear allowance is what? Wear allowance is equals to 10% of the gauge tolerance. 10% of the gauge tolerance. And how we will provide that wear allowance? बेटा जब आपका स्नैप गेज एंटर होगा, शाफ्ट एंटर जब होगी स्नैप गेज में, तो आपका स्नैप गेज का या रिंग गेज का क्या है, साइज इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. सो इन दैट केस वी विल गिव वियर अलाउंस in negative direction, in negative direction, and in hole the size of the hole get increased due to the in and out of the go part. So size of the hole get increased. So therefore we will provide the size of the hole increase and the size of the go part of the plug gauge get decreased. So we have to increase that part to reduce that wear. So wear allowance is added to the plug gauge go part. Okay, how we will provide it, we will discuss in the next slide. So this is the diagram which is showing you that this is plug gauge, and this go and no go. This is the upper limit of the lower limit of the hole, and this is the upper limit of the hole, and this is the work tolerance. The tolerance within the go and no go is your work tolerance. So first type of gauge is workshop gauge. अब बेटा वर्कशॉप में क्या होता है, वर्कर कभी ये मानता ही नहीं है कि वो कभी कुछ गलत कर सकता है. सो इन दैट्स व्हाई दे विल प्रोड्यूस द टॉलरेंस गेज विद इन द limits, upper limit and the lower limit. So this is your gauge tolerance. It is provided below the upper limit of the hole, because this is upper limit of the hole because this is logo part. So this is upper limit of the hole. So gauge tolerance is provided below this upper limit of the hole. And at the go, we have discussed that wear allowance is provided. So first we will provide wear allowance and then gauge tolerance. And this gauge tolerance and this gauge tolerance is equal to 10% of the wear allowance. Now, what is happened in case of workshop gauge? Let us consider our gauge is designed at this point. It means this. And our hole is designed at this level. So in this condition, this no-go part will enter into the hole. This no-go part will enter into this hole. But according to the condition, it will be rejected. But it will not be rejected because our hole is perfectly matched with the lower limit and the upper limit. तो बेटा आपका ये क्या होगा, आपका ये अगर आपका नोगो एंड यहाँ पे डिजाइन किया गया है और आपका होल साइज ये है, तो आपका नोगो पार्ट इसमें एंटर हो जाएगा because the size of no-go is less than the size of the limit of the hole. लेकिन आपका no-go part होल में एंटर नहीं करना चाहिए था. ठीक है, तो वैसे अगर आप देखें तो ये no-go और go के बीच में डिजाइन किया गया है ये होल. ठीक है, तो ये एक्सेप्ट होना चाहिए था चाहे भले ही इस लिमिट पे किया हो. लेकिन गेज टॉलरेंस की वजह से कुछ आपके अच्छे पार्ट, गुड पार्ट्स रिजेक्ट हो जाते हैं. ठीक है, दूसरा अगर आप गो पार्ट को देखें, इफ द गो पार्ट इज डिजाइन्ड एट दिस लिमिट and the go part of the hole is designed at this limit, so this go part will not enter into this hole because this is greater than this. तो आपका ये भी रिजेक्ट नहीं होना चाहिए था because it is designed in between upper limit and the lower limit. बट आपका गो पार्ट इसमें सेट नहीं हो रहा, तो वर्कर क्या करेगा, इसको रिजेक्ट कर देगा. सो देयर इज सम प्रॉब्लम विद द वर्कशॉप गेज. So this same condition will take place in the snap gauge or ring gauge. This is the diagram which shows you the snap gauge or ring gauge. This is go, this is the upper limit of the shaft, and this is the lower limit of the shaft. This is no go and this is go. So this is how the wear allowance is provided below the go part, wear and also is provided on go part, and then gauge tolerance, and on the no go part only gauge tolerance is provided. So next type of gauge we will discuss is the inspection gauge. Inspection gauge डिपार्टमेंट क्या सोचता है, जो इंस्पेक्शन डिपार्टमेंट होता है वो कहता है ऑलरेडी इस पे काफी वर्क किया जा चुका है, इस कोड पे काफी वर्क किया जा चुका है, तो हमारे जो पार्ट्स हैं वो आपके कम से कम रिजेक्ट होने चाहिए। अब वो उसके लिए क्या करता है, कम से कम रिजेक्शन के लिए क्या करता है, द गेज टॉलरेंस इज प्रोवाइडेड आउट ऑफ द अपर लिमिट एंड द लोअर लिमिट। दिस इज द upper limit of the hole, so gauge tolerance is provided above it, and the go part, that is the lower limit of the hole, is here, so tolerance limit is provided here. So, and in this inspection gauge no wear allowance is provided, and same case is happened in this snap gauge or ring gauge. Tolerance zone is provided out of the upper limit and the lower limit. So ISO, Indian Standard Organization, will provide a solution for this problem. What this ISO has done, this gauge is called as general gauge. The ISO gauge is called as general gauge. It will take the go part from the workshop gauge. So go part, it is this one, wear allowance and gauge tolerance. So it will provide gauge, wear allowance and gauge tolerance according to the workshop gauge on the go part, and at the no-go part, the tolerance, gauge tolerance is provided according to the inspection gauge. So this is the combination of workshop gauge and the inspection gauge. So this is how the tolerance, gauge tolerance and wear allowance is provided in the general gauge. So we will use this general gauge for the final inspection purpose. Okay. And this is the case of shaft, snap gauge and ring gauge. This is go part is taken from the workshop gauge and no go part is taken from the inspection gauge. And this is how the gauge tolerance and wear allowance is provided in case of go and no go part of the snap gauge or the ring gauge. So we have three type of gauges for checking hole and shaft. First one is the plug gauge. This is the plug gauge. This is the go part and this is the no go part. This is to be inserted in the hole. It is to be checked, and this will not insert in the hole. So this is designed at the upper limit and this is designed at the lower limit of the hole. This is the progressive plug gauge. What is progressive plug gauge? Both the parts are present on the same side of the gauge. That means this long part, this is having the grit length, is your go part, and then it will check the upper limit. Go part will get inserted and no go part will not get inserted. So both the part is at the same side of the limit gauge. This is your snap gauge. This is your snap gauge, and this is used to check the hole. And this is your ring gauge, that is used to check the shaft. Sorry, a snap gauge is also used to check the shaft, as well as the ring gauge is also used to check the shaft. So this is some points, important point regarding the limit gauge and the design of limit gauge. So in this way, this lecture is over. Thank you so much.